Welcome, you guys. This is Allie hanging out in my space to craft, and I had intended to do this in real time, but apparently these pocket pages right now are taking me just as long as a regular scrapbook page, so let's do it at speed so you're not here for an hour and a half with me. I'm just showing you some of the products that I pulled for my Journal Your Christmas. I'm taking the class with Shimelle. It's my first time, so I've pulled some stash and bought a few things. So some of these, those dots are part of Shimelle's recommended shopping list. I bought one of the paper pads, some ephemera, and a binder. I did not buy the same binder that she's using. But this is my first page, and it's sort of the kickoff for Christmas. It was also the kickoff for my church's Three Wishes project. It's sort of a Three Wishes project. So we do have a tree with the children's names and three needs that they have. And so families come and pull one or more names off our tree and meet the needs of that child. So we have their favorite color and then their clothing sizes and then whatever their needs are. In some cases that might be a desk chair or bedding. Some of them are just socks or shoes. And so we meet the needs that way. We also have the children fill out their three wishes, but what we do is we go into Amazon and make a big wish list in Amazon, and then our parishioners go in and buy off that wish list, and then we make a big shop, a Christmas store, and the parents get to come in and shop in that store at greatly reduced prices. So this is the kickoff for that, and it just happened to fall on December 1st, which made me really, really happy. So I'm doing this pocket page journal for Christmas, and so I felt like starting with that. It's my favorite project of the year. It's such a great experience. I help organize all the tags and do all of that, and then I help with the store as well. So I picked some papers. This is from a Simple Stories, I think Santa's Village paper pad. So I'm doing 2 3x4 pockets and 1 4x6 pocket. And hopefully I'll get faster at these pages, but this is the first one, and I'm a little bit of a perfectionist, and I'm not used to doing pocket pages, so I'm not that fast at it. But I pulled some ephemera. Some of the ephemera I have it's random. One packet is one of Shimelle's recommended, maybe 2 packets are Shimelle's recommended. And then I have a third pack with all this pink in it that is from Spellbinders. Last year, I think. I bought it on sale. So I'm liking these tags. I've pulled them, I think, again from the Santa's Village 6x8 paper pad. So I'm thinking about those, but there wasn't a third one. I need one with writing space because I'm going to put my journaling down below and talk about the kickoff for Christmas. And then, so I'm probably going to cut a card out of that pink paper, but I want it a little bit bigger. And of course I mess up the corners. I don't know why I didn't just use a corner chomper. So I want this one a little bit bigger than the other tags that I'm doing, and that way it can just sit in the middle. And then it can still look balanced. So I did that, and then somehow this didn't work out for me. And it's because I used the one that I cut by hand. So just, it's a fail on a couple of different levels there. But that's okay. I get it worked out. The other pack I have is of florals from Alpine Lodge or something like that, from Also Simple Stories. It's got some beautiful florals in it, lots of pinks, a few reds, some mint greens. It's just really cute. All right, so that's going to be my journaling area at the bottom. Mostly decoration and a little bit of journaling space. I'm not great at writing a lot. I mean, I can, but I'm super brief. I guess it's the engineer in me. So that's going to be a challenge for me. I thought that would be a good way to do this little journaling project, is to start to get used to more journaling. So I'm not, as you can tell, I'm making some of my own cards. Since this is the kickoff for Christmas, I'm not going to circle on this little December card. I'm not going to circle it. But I am going to put a number for December 1st on this page. All right, so I'm happy with that little Christmas tree, especially since we're standing by a tree in the photo. That's my friend Stephanie. She and I do a lot of these outreach and mission projects together. She's our church's mission director. So it's coming along. I'm happy with it. And now I just need to, I need to get a title on there and maybe a few more embellishments. So I'm trying to get a little more of the holly feel on both, make it feel a little bit more like a cohesive instead of three separate pockets. So I go off and find these super old Creative Memories letters. I don't have many letters left, but I do have the numbers. And so I'm going to end up using those numbers for all of my pages. I'll come back to that at the end. But I have these very small Creative Memories red letters. I have like 4 sheets of this. So it's going to come in handy, I think, on this project. I won't do every title with these red letters, but they're fun and playful, and I feel like this page is a little fun and playful. So I feel like that works. Now I'm going to pull out my Titletopia, which is a very old Creative Memories tool. And it's really handy when you're trying to position letters and you're, persnickety like me, engineer. So I start doing them on this sort of oval curve. I changed my mind. I probably should have cut this out of the video, but that's a release paper at the back. And then you get your different shapes here. So I start doing that. I'm like, nope, I'm going to use something a little curvier. And so this is a lot easier to use, this Titletopia, because these letters are pretty thin, and if you have to pull them up and stick them down, they can get damaged. And so I decided, especially when you're using these letters, this Titletopia is very handy. And I have several different shapes. I can put them in a circle. I can do other things. So pretty happy with that. It's a little tight fitting, so I'm squishing it together a little bit to make sure I have enough room for it on that card. And I'm liking the look of it. And you guys comment below if you notice my mistake by the end of the video. I noticed it after the video and fixed it. But if you notice it, please comment below. See, look how handy that is. I love this little tool so much. So now I need to figure out where to put the second word. So I'm doing Christmas kickoff as my title. And I wasn't sure if kickoff was one word or two. I'm making it two. And I think I end up moving this over a bit because I didn't like where it sat with the other word. And there's my title. I'm super happy with it. And then we're going to add in I'm not putting a lot of dimension on these pages. I'm trying not to put a lot of dimensional ephemera or embellishments on here, just because I think it can look a little, it can mess with the pocket pages. If I do put some dimension on, I'm probably going to put it on the outside of the pockets in some cases, and I will try and challenge myself to do that a little bit as well. So I'm sorting out some of this floral ephemera, trying to, there are greenery, large sort of layered poinsettias, single poinsettias, snowflakes. So I'm just trying to organize them a bit so that I can find what I'm looking for. And I really wanted to try and squeeze in a smaller cluster, but I couldn't really find it. So I may just leave it, and it's okay. So I still have some writing to do on this, and here are the enamel dots. I didn't buy the green ones, I just bought the red ones for this journal. I do have some other green ones, and then I have a whole bunch of twine that I hadn't pulled out before. So I pull out my Christmas twine. I've got red and white, and then red, green, and white, and then I have this sort of lime green, which I decided I would use for this page. So I didn't tie it, I'm just looping it through. I kind of like the look of that. And again, I can lay that relatively flat. So I'm just going to glue that down. And I don't glue the whole thing down, I just glue down some, like the ends and some spots. And give it a little bit of a natural look. And then we'll just do some enamel dots. And I'm going to do a number 1, and then I'm going to go back to one of these scraps and use my Creative Memories circle punch. And that, I think, is going to end up being my relatively consistent number. I probably won't use it in all pages, but the number 1 in a little circle is where I'm going to kind of lean toward for the rest of the pages, I think. So, picking up, I have not done splatter on this. I don't know if I will in this. If I do some more of the a little more rustic pages, then I will. Here, I forgot to glue this down, so we'll finish that up. And then we'll get you guys some close-ups. So you can see I'm just putting, and this is art glitter glue. It dries really, really fast. It's the most helpful for things like this, I think. That end was looking a little weird. And I think I trimmed something off the other end too because it looked like a closed loop and I wanted it to be a little more open. Yeah. All right, so I was so proud to get this first page done. And I think the next time I post for this journal, I'll get probably 2 pages done in the same amount of time. So there you go. Thanks a lot, you guys. Come back for more Christmas journaling.